Here's 30 pieces of silver to pay the devil on your way to hell!
Hail, fellows, and all be welcome to an all-new episode of Totally 80s and 90s Recall. Make thee ready to rewind back to the music, movies, and pop culture moments of the greatest 2 decades ever, the 80s and 90s. I am one of your hosts, David, and joining me, as always, in the old studio, the Earl of Recall, it be my fellow kinsman, Rob.
Wow, I didn't... Wow, this is nice.
Sounds like Rob.
It does.
It sounds like
Playing a flute.
that's right.
Sounds-
Or is that a piccolo?
Sounds like you'd be hanging out with Ewoks
Okay,
a little bit.
there you go.
So, there you go.
All right, for today's episode, the Total 80s and 90s crew needs you to look into our eyes, and you will see what you mean to us. Search your heart or search your soul. When you find us there, you will search no more. Don't tell us it's not worth trying for. You can't tell us it's not worth dying for. You know it's true. David, Kurt, and myself implore you to look into your heart, and you will find there's nothing there to hide. Just take us as we are. Take our lives. We would give it all. We would sacrifice. The Total 80s 90s team wants you to know that there is no love like your love. And no other fans could give more love. And there's nowhere unless you're there. But if you walk away from today's episode hearing nothing, at least hear this. We can't help it. There's nothing we want more. We would fight for you. We would lie for you. We would walk the wire for you. Yeah, we would even die for you. But most of all, don't tell us it's not worth dying for or trying for. You can't tell us it's not worth dying for. You know it's true because everything we do it for you. There you go.
You've been waiting years to use those lyrics.
I haven't. I was really excited.
Yeah, you love that thing.
Yeah. I knew exactly what I was going to do.
Well, yeah.
It took no planning.
No planning. So,
Anyway.
hey, before we get into this thing and introduce our third wheel this week, I have a few corrections from our last episode, our 80s country. I'm going to blame, I had a lot of missteps that week. I'm going to blame that horrible Red Bull I was drinking. I think it threw my mind.
Made you get all your
for a
discombobulated.
loop.
Yeah.
So, at one point I said that I visited a city near Maxwell Air Force Base in Alabama. I said it was Montgomery, the capital.
Okay.
So screwed that up. And I said I went to a Sunshine Barbecue, not Sunshine Barbecue, Dreamland Barbecue, which they have all over Alabama.
Okay.
So Dreamland for my Alabamans. And then at one point I said Sonny and Bono. It's just Sonny Bono. And it's Sonny and Cher.
Oh,
So
there you go.
I did make a mistake
Did
there.
people point this out to you?
No, I found all these on my own.
Oh, okay.
So, in your closing,
very critical.
In your closing, you said space-time dimension. I accuse you of saying space-time continuum. You did, in fact, say space-time dimension. So I'm accepting my mistake on that one.
Okay.
But you did also make a mistake. Rob said that vamp didn't mean what I thought it meant.
It did.
It meant it. It says it's in performance by making up content on the spot to cover a gap or fill time.
I think by the time, before he even got home, I got a text and it was a picture
the
of
definition.
Yeah, and it was right. So, okay. Yeah, and I said you're a lyricist.
He
You're
thinks
good.
he is.
You're
I am.
good with the vocabulary.
I'm a cunning linguist.
Oh boy.
So, all right. Well, now that we've taken care of our corrections, I didn't want the Alabamans to come rise up again for me. Joining us this week, His Lordship, Ye Movie Hound, the Duke of Kurt.
Ooh, the Duke of Kurt.
Good morrow, sir.
Ooh, hello. Good morrow to you as well. Oh my gosh. Is he going to do this the whole time?
No,
I could.
we're good.
Thee shall not do it, please.
We shall not do it.
Yeah, I can't tell if you're a pirate or a. It's a fine line between.
I'm from medieval times.
Medieval times.
Wow, the restaurant?
Yep, medieval times. There are no
Silence.
There were no
utensils. May I get you a refill on your Pepsi?
There were no
sir?
utensils, but they had Pepsi. Dude, I got a lot of tables. Well, that movie is a coming one of these days. We got to do that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The little,
that's your sweet spot.
Anyway,
right there.
The gang's all here, Rob.
Yeah.
We have our merry men, if you will, at the table.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So why don't you tell us what?
Just happy.
Fagala?
Just Mary.
Just Mary.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us what we're covering this week?
We're doing 1991's Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
A time of war. A time of homecoming. A time of tyrants. A time when the only way to uphold justice was to break the law. He gave the people the courage to fight. One man who stood for freedom became a legend. Kevin Costner, Morgan Freeman, Christian Slater, Alan Rickman, and Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio. Prince of Thieves.
All right, so for those of you joining us on YouTube, that trailer is really quite good, actually. I think pretty good trailer. But for those of you audio only, that's definitely a visual trailer.
Yeah,
because they're not giving away anything in there. And boy, that's wild that Christian Slater got billing above Alan Rickman.
Wow,
he was the third name mentioned. Rickman was 4. How did that happen?
Yeah, there's a lot of that in this movie. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Well, I got that, but I feel like Rickman had enough juice, at least after Die Hard, to be the third guy.
That's what I mean. There's some just decisions that were made in this
and
movie.
in 1991, I'll even admit Morgan Freeman's not really Morgan Freeman yet.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been in a few things, but it's not,
Yeah, I do agree. That wasn't a great audio trailer.
No, just
not
an
a good
audio
trailer.
medium. I mean,
it's just, I heard some horses
it's a lot of clanging. It's lots of,
Yeah.
So, just for everyone to know, there's a lot of action going on there.
Yeah.
So, what did you think of that trailer, Kurt?
It was long.
It's too long. That was the other thing I was going to say. Way too long. Like, did that?
I'm not a fan of the voiceover guy.
Oh, he was. I didn't think
he was a little too much of the in a world.
There you go.
He was
there
a little too graspy.
In a world.
Yeah.
I like those guys.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah. He wasn't quite that throaty.
No, he wasn't that.
Yeah, I don't think so. So, all right. Well, this week I had the distinct pleasure of digging up Cisco and Ebert.
That's right.
There he is.
There he is. He's he's part of the show now. All right. So
Glad I could make that happen last time.
first, yes. First, I'm going to start with just actual Siskel and Ebert because they both reviewed it. First, if you didn't look it up, what is your first opinion going to be?
They're going to love it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think they're going to hate it.
Okay. So, all right. Well, we're going to start with Ebert. 2 stars, Rob.
Oh.
So, called it unfocused, murky, violent, and depressing. Costner plays Robin Hood as totally lacking of any joy, like the original character. There's no chemistry between Robin and Maid Marian. The amount of gore in this film is appalling for a movie aimed at the family market. Alan Rickman is the most colorful part of the movie, but his character and performance are inappropriate for the film. The only actor that finds the right tone in the movie is Morgan Freeman as the Moor.
Was there a lot of
That's it.
gore?
Well, I mean, people are hanging at one point, and they're like at the beginning, they're chopping hands off
compared
and
to
stuff.
today's.
Yeah, but we're talking about 1991.
91 gore,
and it's got a PG-13 rating.
Yeah. Okay.
So you would take your kids to it, and then there was a little bit of some stuff. Probably a little more than. All right, well, Gene, the movie machine here, he said badly acted, badly written, badly directed, looks bad. So he didn't like the cinematography either. Costner has a bad and or no accent, a weird version of an accent, and then just nothing. Thanks, Kevin. That's what he said.
Thanks, Kevin.
Rickman is entertaining, but actually becomes too campy as the film goes on, possibly trying to make up for the lack of entertainment he felt was anywhere else in that film. The only working part is the final action scene, as at least it was mildly entertaining. Completely turned off by this movie. He thought Rickman, still cracking jokes while trying to sexually assault Maid Marian, was in particularly bad taste. So
might have been.
that didn't age very well. We can talk about that.
Do you mind?
Well, but the third person in this party right here, Cisco, he also weighed in.
Oh boy,
He
you
it's his
found
first
some,
review.
all right.
I did find it.
Wow.
I did get Cisco's review. He gave this one thong. He said the reason he only gave it one thong is he can't tell if there are any dumps like a truck, as everyone has too much clothing on. So, too many layers.
Lots of layers.
They did love layers.
So he only got one shot, and he didn't feel like Costner's was dumped like a truck.
No.
So
Yeah, I
that
like
was his only shot. So one thong, 1 out of 4 for Cisco. So
I was like, what?
So what do we think of Siskel and Ebert and Cisco's review?
I think. I think they're accurate, actually.
Okay.
Usually, I kind of disagree with them, but I think they're.
I think we know where Rob's going today.
I think they're on point.
I think I have a different opinion of this movie.
I find it entertaining.
Yeah. I think it's a popcorn movie.
I think it's a popcorn
Yeah.
movie. I think the camp of the actors make it work. It's more of a kind of a comic type of the way they're going so hard.
Okay, but
in
the
some
thing
of
that's hard
spots.
about this, I don't think they intended it.
But that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
It became a unintentional comedy.
Yeah.
If you really watch it.
Yeah.
Like, I found myself laughing multiple times.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I don't know, like it was, I remember I watched it last night. Again, I haven't watched it in a long time. I haven't watched this in probably like 20 something years.
I was going to say,
I was gonna say
haven't
mine
watched it
has
in a
been
long
at least
time.
10.
And it was interesting because, and my wife watched it with me. She said they used to watch it all the time.
Yes.
They loved
Yeah.
it.
My wife loves that.
And I was reciting lines, like, and I haven't seen it in like 20 years, and
Yeah.
I was like right on, and not just Rickman's lines. I was hitting Costner's lines.
Well,
I was
because-
hitting and so it begins. I was right on that one.
Well, and then because that's what usually we talk about. We're kind of in that time we're talking about. Do you remember about this movie? And it was
this is the
everywhere.
memory.
It was everywhere in '91.
Yeah.
And we watched it
This
all
movie,
the time.
say
Like,
what you want about it now, or say whatever you're thinking.
it was a huge.
This
movie.
is a big deal in '91.
Yeah, it was
like.
huge.
So I put out a thing on social media today, and I just said, "What do you think of this movie?" We got quite a few responses,
more than
like a
we
lot.
usually do. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was kind of same sentiment every time. Was a lot of people thought it was fun and exciting, but they didn't like the Bryan Adams song. Like, it got overplayed. It was too much. It was all this. Yeah, I got it. But that Bryan Adams song, I don't know if it propelled, but it didn't hurt it. But the popularity of this movie, and I will say, the movie poster itself. I remember being young. We were teenagers. That movie poster sold me. That arrow coming out of the fire.
Yeah.
And that's all you see in Costner. You're like, oh, this looks badass. Like this is gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
And there's some more badass stuff in it than I gave it credit for, I think, at the time. It has a couple problems. And we can talk about some of the other things, but I think it's just a popcorn movie. Like, I just think it's fun. So I remember liking it the first time. I remember watching it and thinking it was good.
Well,
In fact, your sister weighed in.
Yeah, she did.
So that's today.
This was my sister's movie.
Yeah.
She loved this movie.
I feel like my sister had like maybe a poster of it in her
Well,
room or
but
something.
my sister said that her and your sister would watch it. They
Yeah.
would all summer. They would sit and just
Yeah.
watch it. So, yeah, this is their movie. This was everywhere. But I was trying to watch it through my 91 lens.
Yeah.
Because watching it now, I remember like getting halfway through the movie and I looked over at my wife and I go, "This is a bad movie."
But it's not a bad movie.
It's not.
I don't think it is.
I was
48-year-old me. I think it is a bad movie.
If 40,
91 movie was huge.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
If 49-year-old
it was entertaining. It was all the things. It had
If I
all the
saw
right
it, yeah.
people.
If I saw it the first time at 49, maybe I would be like, okay, what am I seeing? This type of stuff. But with my nostalgia wrapped into it, again, I just think it's one of those movies that it's not great in spots. It's got some problems, but I just think it's fun. I just think it's fun and entertaining. That's all it is.
The whole accent discussion.
Yeah, I kind of get
that
over
didn't come up until late. Like nobody was saying that then.
Yeah.
I noticed it as a kid too. I was like, why is
Did
everyone
you?
else? Why is everybody else in the movie have English accent?
Like I don't
except
even remember that
Kevin
even.
Costner?
We
I
all
don't
looked
remember
past it.
Yeah, I don't remember actually bringing that up until Men in Tights came out, and he goes,
Yes.
"Unlike other Robin Hoods, I
Yes.
can speak with an English accent."
You know,
Yep.
But most people, we just looked past it.
Yeah.
We just because it was entertaining.
That's
and
because
it
we were
was,
just dumb Americans, anyways.
But the first time
our
watching
popcorn.
this,
That's right.
but the first time watching this, I went to the theater. I wanted to go to the theater. Again, that movie poster sold me. And I think I saw the trailer. And by the time you'd seen the video, which by the way, I'm very upset about that too. If you go, you cannot find the original video anywhere. The music video where he's walking around, Bryan Adams walking around the forest and they do all the cut parts.
yeah.
If you go on YouTube or any outlet now online, they've replaced it with this. It's just Bryan Adams in live shots
like
at
a concert,
concerts.
yeah.
I don't know what happened to the regular video. I want to watch the old school video because I remember when he would sing in it and she'd do that Robin yell, Robin, and I mean everything was timed perfectly, and you cannot watch that video anymore. So I was a little disappointed. But between watching the video, seeing the poster, I was at the theater. I saw this in the
I
theater,
think this might have been a movie we went to as a family.
and I think it was fun.
This was just a new release for me.
I think I remember it being fun in the theater. Like on the big screen, it felt like when the bows and arrows were flying and the sword fights. I think it felt pretty good. Like I was pretty excited about it. I was eating my popcorn. I was like, "Here comes Kevin!
Double fisting.
Here comes Kevin.
Here comes Kevin!
Robin.
He ran out of Iowa, took off to England. He's going to save the world."
Came marching through the corn and straight into Sherwood.
He went into that corn and came out the other side on the cliffs of Dover,
right.
ready to take over. But Kurt, I'm going to guess your first time watching this, it would have been a rental, and probably not in 1991.
Probably not. Probably would have been 92 whenever it came out.
But you got to it pretty quick.
Yeah, we lived across the street from Blockbuster.
I know that. But last
nice.
week, our last movie, I mean, Wayne's World, you're like, I saw it a couple years later. I was like, what? It's Wayne's World.
I'm sorry.
But this one, you're running right across the street from
Well,
Robin
yeah,
Hood.
you got it. Kevin Costner, the lovely locks. It was great.
The lovely Loxley.
Yeah,
His hair was something.
His hair,
it was feathered and
glorious.
fantastic.
I'll tell
Feathered
you,
and fantastic.
there's a scenario that Ben Stiller based White Goodman's hair off of old Robin of Loxley here.
True. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, Blind Servants, Stick Duels, Merry Men in the Sherwood Forest, and Bryan Adams. That's right. We're headed back 35 years to look at the 12th century tale of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
That I'm a sister.
Kurt and I were discussing this ahead of time. And if Rob wants to have his stance about this being a bad movie, that's fine. But this score, I remember watching it last night.
That
And when I was younger, I don't think I really paid attention to it that much. And I watch it now as a 49-year-old. That I did appreciate. I'm like, every time they had a scene, whoever made the score, those musical inserts they had, they were perfect. They matched.
They matched the
scene.
movements and everything
It was
else.
so
yeah.
good.
well, and was it the main song that Disney used it?
Oh,
For,
believe so, yeah.
For one of
Oh, yeah,
for
later.
a lot of their intros to
They
their
did.
like promotional,
Yep.
they used it. It became kind of synonymous with
well,
old, Disney.
it sounds good. So I get some.
I did like the.
I do get some Jurassic Park vibes out of the opening theme, though. But,
Yeah.
but
I did like the
very
sound
memorable.
in this movie. It was good.
Yeah, sound was good.
Whoever the sound guy was, he did a good job.
He did a great job, Rob.
he did
You should look that. You should have had that written down. I don't know how you missed it. So, well, before we begin our stroll down memory lane, the movie hound, the one and only, is going to share the important details of this movie with us. So go ahead.
Let's give it a try. See how it goes this time
Yeah,
around.
we're hoping.
We're hoping.
We're hoping for the best.
There's always high hopes.
We always hope.
That's right.
Keith Costner.
I'm here to let you down. All right. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves was released on June 14th, 1991. It was directed by Kevin Reynolds and written by Penn Densham and John Watson. The movie stars Kevin Costner, Morgan Freeman, Christian Slater, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, and, of course, the best bad guy in the business, Alan Rickman. Robin Hood was made on a budget between 40 and 60 million. They didn't have an exact quote or exact number, and made over 390 million at the box office. The movie, of course, has one of the most recognizable songs in Bryan Adams' hit, Everything I Do It For You, which in the United States, the song spent 7 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard's Hot 100. The movie has a Rotten Tomato Critics Tomato Meter score of just 51%, and an audience popcorn meter score higher at 71%. Now, Rob, as David decides whether or not to cancel our table scraps and even our Christmas, can you please tell us about this movie by doing a segment we call...
Back of the box, back of the box. Box, back of the box.
Well, I might have got off the hook this week.
Why is that?
Every VHS copy I could find online, there's no write-up on the back.
Ooh.
They didn't include it.
They're keeping it mysterious.
They included 5 pictures of Costner, Slater.
Christian Slater.
Christian Slater, yeah. Still Slater.
Not AC.
Not AC.
Yeah, Maid Marian.
Mario Lopez was not in this movie.
Not
AC
Albert
Slater.
No.
AC Slater? No.
No.
And then you had Morgan Freeman and Rickman.
Yeah.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
And then it says, one of the most spectacular movies ever made.
I mean,
And that
okay.
was Arch Campbell from WRC TV NBC.
He's good. He's a good
Ooh.
raider.
And then
Way
it
to
just
go.
says, for the good of all men and the love of one woman, he fought to uphold justice by breaking the law.
He did a good
That's all
job.
you get. You
That's
don't
it.
get a write-up.
That's fine.
And
Runtime?
no runtime. No.
I think
But
it's
it
about
was
2
recorded on
hours.
premium tape from
I think it was like
BASF.
140 something
Yeah.
was the minutes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wasn't too long.
You could get a $250,000 fine for copying.
Oh, well, that's nice.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's nice to know.
Well, that's a good back of the box from you this
Yeah, there's
week, Rob.
nothing.
Hey, real quick, just for our listeners, if you may have heard a little off to the side, Rob has a cold.
Oh, yeah.
So you've heard a little hacking in
Yeah.
the background, and he sounds a little raspier.
You may also hear the rattling of a lozenge occasionally.
I
Yeah,
put it
that
back
is
in
true.
my mouth. I
Yeah.
should, it's like a production 101.
We're
Broadcasting
usually,
101.
we're usually pretty good about not
No.
eating things while talking, but Rob's going to break
Yeah,
that.
I don't care.
That rule this week.
I do have the DVD.
Yes.
Do you want me to read the back of the DVD?
It's actually a Blu-ray.
Sorry.
Those are 2
Blu-ray.
different mediums, Rob. Come on.
Blu-ray.
Yes, please read the black of the
No,
Blu-ray.
it says Kevin Costner.
The black of the Blu-ray?
The black of the Blu-ray. Free, fry, free, Rob. Free, fry, free.
Here we go.
Yeah. Kevin Costner triumphs as the legendary Sherwood Forest outlaw, leader in the epic adventure bringing a 12th century medieval world to spectacular screen life. Enhancing the fun are 12 added minutes of footage not seen in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
You got to watch those 12 minutes.
I did. I'd never seen it
It
before.
threw you for a loop. You're like,
It did.
wait, these weren't in there. Especially more juicy malevolence from Robin Hood's archenemy, the Sheriff of
Oh,
Nottingham,
there was a lot of juice.
Alan Rickman. Gross. Morgan Freeman.
like it a
Christian,
juice.
Stop. And Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio also starred in this lavish production lensed in Britain and France, where historic structures and majestic forests and vividly realistic recreations of old England combined to create a world at once ancient and ageless.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there you go.
Were the extra 12 minutes worth it?
Yeah, what'd you think?
You think it added to the movie?
It definitely told you who the sheriff's mom was.
Oh.
It was the witch.
It was her mom
Yeah.
in the end?
Yeah.
Because when we get into our interesting facts, we'll just do it right this second. But I had read original script was going to be his mom. And then Kevin Reynolds, the producer, came in, or director came in and said, "Nah, I don't want that weirdness, so let's just make her a witch." But they combined it, I
Yeah,
guess.
they combined it because it turns out that she was a witch that killed the original
Yes, I read
baby
that.
and then put her own son into that family and he became
she
the
killed
sheriff.
the baby that was going to be the sheriff
Oh,
so that he could
He could
become
get
the
in.
sheriff.
So he
Yeah.
could become
interesting.
a noble.
That's interesting. I've not, you know what? I think we had the discussion. I owned that.
Yes, I think this is actually your DVD that
did.
somehow ended up in my
This
collection.
this lists a runtime of 155.
Yes,
I said
12
it was on
extra
the
minutes.
Yeah, 12 extra minutes, so 140 on normal. And it's a Blu-ray.
Yes.
So I gave you my Blu-rays when I went all digital.
And apparently you
apparently
did
one of
not
those-
keep.
But I don't think I watched that. I think it's one of those I purchased. It got on the shelf and then it just
Yeah.
never got rewatched. So it's one of those sales at Circuit City or something, 2 for $5 or whatever it was.
In the
Circuit
Walmart
City.
bin in the middle of the aisle.
Circuit City was
Hey,
a jam, man.
this is a
I bought a lot of CDs.
This is a nostalgia podcast, Rob. Circuit City's a throwback. That
I bought a
doesn't
lot of
exist.
CDs
Got
at
it at-
Circuit
yeah.
City.
He got it at Radio Shack.
So, all right. Well, let's jump into some information about this movie. We always start out with our casting choices. I found some casting stuff, but
I've had a lot.
We'll start with Kurt here and give us your first casting situation.
All right. First one I had was that Alan Rickman actually turned it down twice
I read that. Yeah.
before they gave him basically carte blanche to write his own stuff. And then he said, okay, I'll do it.
Well, and then he went to Pizza Hut.
Yes, he went to Pizza Hut Express with
Yes.
2 of his buddies
And they
to
rewrote it.
rewrite his part.
Like some
And they were comedic writers.
comedy writers.
Because he said he wanted to make it funny.
Uh-huh.
Because he didn't like what they gave him. So, and then when he rewrote and brought it back to the director Reynolds, the other Kevin,
Yeah.
Kevin was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, looks good.
Knock yourself out. So, which caused problems in other spots later.
Yes.
But that's fine.
That's all right.
So, what else? What do you got, Rob?
I had that Carrie Elways was
Yes.
originally pegged to be Robin Hood.
Yes.
And he turned it down.
He rejected
something because the script was contrived.
Yes.
He said.
That's a word you would use, Rob.
No.
Contrived.
Contrived.
I don't even know what that word means.
I don't either. Why would I? But I would use it. Yeah.
Wow,
and
that
then
hasn't stopped you before.
But then the funny part is, the kind of ironic part is, he went on to play Robin Hood and Robin Hood Men in Tights, which leads to the quote that you referenced earlier. Where
Yeah,
he said,
that he can
these
speak in
people in
English.
English.
unlike some other Robin Hoods, I
can
can speak with an English accent.
Interesting thing about Men in Tights is now that I rewatch Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, I can't not see all of the Men in Tights jokes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they just start sticking out to you.
Yeah.
Like when she does the egg and the blood, I'm like, I'm your cook, hire a witch or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just thinking of all those parts when I watch the movie now. I'm like, oh, that's the Men in Tights. Oh, I'm on one side, I'm on the other. Like,
I'm on the East Bank.
This
I'm on the
isn't-
West Bank.
This isn't the Mississippi. Anyway, so along the Carrie Elways thing, I saw that Robin Wright was originally supposed to be made Marion, but she had to drop out due to a pregnancy.
Yep.
So they were just going to try to do a Princess Bride reunion here, apparently,
Yeah.
for the movie. And then others considered before Mary Master Antonio, Elizabeth Hurley, Nicole Kidman, Jolie Richardson, Ali Sheedy.
Yeah,
Okay.
saw that.
And Sophie Marceau. If you don't recognize her, she ended up playing the princess in Braveheart that William Wallace has the affair with. So that was Sophie Marceau. So host of actresses, but they landed on the Master Antonio.
That's right.
So it's because she's got the curly hair.
Yep.
It's very curly.
Very
So
curly.
Johnny Depp turned down Will Scarlett.
I like that. Yeah, I saw that
That
too.
would have been a good one.
Mel Gibson gave an interview. I watched the interview on YouTube. He said he was offered the movie, but passed because he'd just done Hamlet in 1990.
Yeah.
But Kevin Reynolds, the director, contradicts that and said, no, we were always going after Costner. So that might just be Gibson talking out loud. I don't know. So Patrick Stewart considered for the sheriff.
Yep.
But then he did The King and Robin Hood Men in Tights.
I got Sam Neill turned down the part of the sheriff too. And then he went on to do Jurassic Park. So probably a good choice. He'd probably okay with that one.
John Cleese
Yeah.
Yep.
Sir
was,
Ian McKellen.
was picked to do
Yeah,
King
McClellan,
Richard.
saw that.
Yeah.
Costner had a dialect coach and fired him because his accent was coming out so poorly.
Yeah.
So, and then at one point, what I saw about the accent is this: Kevin Costner said he wanted to do the accent. This
Yeah.
is his report.
Kevin Reynolds told him he couldn't.
He
'cause
couldn't.
It was too bad.
Well, it's too bad. And then he also said, I also read that they told Kevin Costner, we think it'll distract people from you. Like
Yeah.
we want them to watch you, and then if you're doing an accent, they might get wrapped up in that. We want you to be the focus. And he was like,
I agree with
"All
that.
right, F it."
100%.
But what I like is that instead of doing an accent, he starts whispering like that, sells it more English when he goes, many a maiden lost their resolve to this. Anyway, so he starts talking like lighter and whispering.
Yeah.
So,
That's
but yeah,
that's a good point.
So that's all I had. You guys hit the other ones. That's all I had for casting.
Christian Slater's role, Will Scarlett, Charlie Sheen, Kiefer Sutherland.
So everyone.
Anybody they kind of talk about the Brat Pack at the time.
Yeah,
that
who's
was,
25?
you know,
Can we get that guy in here? So,
I had that Sean Connery was first offered the role of Lord Loxley, but
Correct.
he turned it down because he had been playing a lot of fathers in recent
he's
years.
tired of playing the dads.
Yeah.
You know who that
Being
dad?
typecast.
You know what movie that dad was in, or it was from?
Oh, I don't know.
Flash Gordon. He was the big burly guy. Flash.
Great
So that's
soundtrack.
pretty good. So, any other casting things you found?
Well, I like how they did cast Sean Connery, of course, as King Richard,
Yeah.
who was supposed to be like 35 years old, but he turns out he's 61 or whatever it was. He was.
And he's the King of England, and he's Scottish.
Yes, with the,
So
that
when I
goes
watched-
back to the accent.
when I
that
watched-
they just don't care.
When I watch Braveheart, that tells me that shouldn't have made sense.
Yeah.
But that's fine. So,
It's okay.
because that King of England really hated the Scots, but that's okay. So,
I also had Robbie Coltrane turn down the role of Little John.
oh yeah,
Oh,
I like the Little John they got though. I like that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not him. Oh, that Little John.
That Little John.
What? Okay.
That had to come up at least once.
That's funny.
I didn't even, you know what? I didn't even think about it.
Click?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Could have seen Little John hit that water to get the tax with his crunk cup. Yeah, put the tax in here. What? Damn, I missed out on the Little
You
John.
did.
I'm so mad about that now.
I'm sorry.
So
There might be some post
some Little
insertion.
John later.
Some yayas.
So-
Yeah.
All right, let's do some interesting facts about the movie. You got my first interesting fact that they took
So
15
sorry.
minutes. We're saying 12, but the 12 minutes they took out, like we pointed out, was Alan Rickman. I got that Costner insisted that be taken out
That's right.
because when he watched the edits and the dailies, he felt like Rickman was getting too much time. He was upstaging him.
Yeah.
And then the producers and them started getting the thing that they're like, this is Kevin Costner's movie. If we do too much Rickman, Kevin's going to get really torqued off.
Yeah.
So we got to do something about this. Because in the back of their mind, they're like, Rickman's better. And they said that they did the original cut, which you saw on the Blu-ray. They screened it.
Yeah.
And fans were loving it. They're like, this is great. And when they asked them what they loved, they said they
loved
loved
the
the
Rickman.
Sheriff of Nottingham.
Yeah.
And they said the more they got of that, they're like, we got to cut this down because it's becoming the Sheriff of Nottingham's movie and not Kevin Costner's
And Kevin
movie.
Costner doesn't like that.
If
Any
you read-
project he's on, that's what happens.
And
He's
I
on
read about this.
Yellowstone, that Western he did that was
Open
awful.
Range?
Yeah.
Horizon.
American
Waterworld.
Horizons.
Yeah.
Yeah. It all becomes
Waterworld.
becomes a him. It's all the project
Well,
becomes about him.
I also heard that he basically locked the original
Yeah.
editor out of the room
Yep.
and did the editing himself. And
They even locked the director out, Kevin Reynolds.
That's
And then-
dumb.
who was very good friends with Kevin Costner.
And then Reynolds, because he gave the interviews, he refused to go to the premiere and
Yep.
he refused to go to any of the screenings because when he saw the cut that they made, he hated it. He was
Yeah, he goes, "That's not my movie."
This is not my movie. But then it started piling up cash left and right. Mysteriously, the Kevin's made up.
Yeah.
And then they go on to do Waterworld, and then they fought
and
again.
then he quit, and then Kevin Costner had to finish it.
That's right. So the whole thing is dramatic. Costner sounds like he's dramatic.
I
But
think he is.
I do have here's Costner's timeline, just to say. So he films Dances with Wolves. Okay. He finishes Dances with Wolves, flies to England, spends 10 weeks filming this movie. As soon as this movie wrapped, he flew to New Orleans. And a week after he got to New Orleans, they started filming JFK.
Yeah.
Imagine, he's just,
Yeah.
that's insane, right? That's
Yeah.
just running around. So
that's a lot
he
of-
just was like, I can just make any movie that I want to make
At
right
that
now.
point, he was
Just do whatever I want.
In '91, he could have made anything he wanted.
So I think I think his eyes got too big for his stomach on a
think
couple of those. Probably on this one.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was interesting. He felt like I can be Robin Hood. That's fine. You know what I mean? Like,
There's nothing I can't.
I've
do.
been in baseball movies. I mean, how hard is Robin and Loxley? I was in Field of Dreams. All right. I was Crash Davis.
Do you know who I
okay?
am?
I'm
Do you know
Crash
who I am?
Davis. So I'm Tatanka. All right. I can do whatever I want. So what else you got, Rob?
I got the shot of his naked butt.
Yes.
It's not his naked.
It's
Not
not
his
his naked butt.
Butt
It's
double.
It's a stunt double.
Yeah.
Here's what I thought was funny. It says the water was so cold that there was a big chance of Costner getting hypothermia.
Correct.
Apparently not for the stunt double.
No, he's
We're
fine.
not worried about the stunt double.
They're never
Yeah.
worried about stunt doubles. That's what their job is.
We don't want frostbite on that
Costner.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, that guy was
Yeah,
like,
we don't
I
want
need the money.
We don't need frostbite on the tip of the spear. All right.
That's right.
Dang it. That's never good.
Do you think the cold is true, or do you
No.
think Costner just didn't want to show his
No.
butt off?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell
Butt.
you this. I told my wife last night. You do see the front of him, and I said in '91, this is the difference between now. Costner didn't care. Like he didn't lift or do anything. He looks like me,
Yeah.
which is not probably how you want to look with your shirt off on camera. And I was like, if you made that movie today, he'd look like Chris Hemsworth or someone like that because that's what they do now.
Yeah.
Like if you take your shirt off in a movie, you got to look like a guy.
He showed his
Costner
rear in Dances with Wolves.
Oh, does
I
he?
wonder if that's not his.
Maybe that's
one of
a,
his.
a stunt
Maybe,
double.
maybe
too.
it's another stunt butt.
Yeah.
Maybe they
His
were
stunt
worried
butt.
the wolves would bite it, so they had to use
That's right.
a stunt double. So, dang it. So, Costner won a Golden Raspberry for Worst Actor for this movie. Now, I'm going to say for this, you can have what you want to. I don't agree. Here's the other actors that were up for that: Andrew Dice Clay in some movie I'd never heard of. It wasn't Ford Fairlane. It was a different movie. Stallone for the movie Oscar, which I can tell you he's bad in. Yeah. Seen that. Vanilla Ice and Cool as Ice, which I can tell you he's also really bad in. And Bruce Willis and Hudson Hawk, also really bad.
That's a bad movie.
Those
Those
are
guys,
some good ones.
all those guys were worse than Costner. I mean, Costner, at least it's entertaining. None of those other ones are even entertaining.
Hudson Hawk is an awful movie.
Terrible. Yeah, that's rough.
I forced myself to watch it.
Yeah. When you get ready for, you let us know when you're ready to do Hudson Hawk on the pod, Rob.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a big day
you're ready.
for us. So,
No.
Slater nominated for a Golden Raspberry, Christian Slater, for worst supporting actor, but asterisk, it was combined with Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and Mobsters. So between those two movies, he was hideous in both. So they're like, we're just
gonna double it up on.
But
him.
he did lose to Dan Aykroyd for Nothing But Trouble.
Yeah, that's probably good.
Probably valid. So what else you got, Kurt?
I got that you talked about the arrow shot with the explosion behind him was shot at 300 frames per second instead of the typical 24, which is why it looks so good.
It's so good.
Yeah,
like that's awesome. It's an awesome shot. Whoever
now
got
it's
that.
now it would just be a blue screen and look like garbage. But
what I do have to say for this movie, these are all practical effects.
Yeah.
And they're actually really good. I mean, the sword fights look real. Yeah. When they're shooting their bows and arrows, it looks real.
The catapult over the wall is the only one I have a little trouble with, but
according to Will Scarlet, fuck, they made it.
Fuck me.
Which that one they actually shot in reverse. They just recorded the guys falling backwards and then just looped it.
Shot all over the UK. So again, practical. They're on site. They're filming there. So they filmed everywhere.
They were. Yeah, I know that's one of the big things is they're at the cliffs of Dover and then they're at this wall which is 250 miles away and they made it in one day.
You got to suspend a little belief. Yeah. It's the same thing with Azim's using a telescope. It was like 200 more years before that was invented.
Yeah, they didn't come.
And then something with the Celt army that they use later. Yeah. That's not period correct either. That wouldn't have been there in the 1190s or something like that. So, I mean, they played a little. They also said the tapestries they were shown at the beginning of the movie were from like the 1500s. Yeah.
No, those are earlier. That's the Bayeux tapestry that was in the between 500 and 1,000.
Okay. So earlier then.
Yeah. But I believe it's the images of the Vikings coming.
Yeah. You can go online and find.
Talking about?
Seriously. You can go online and find all this nerdy stuff.
You could,
He's
but
right.
Listen to you guys.
To be fair, it's part of the 4th grade reading curriculum that I do at school. It's one of the things the kids have to read about.
That's why we have him
That's
here.
the only reason why I know.
Wow.
That's why he's...
I'm impressed.
That's why he's the movie hound.
That's right. I'm awake today.
So
you are on point.
I've got. I like that some of the horse sounds were made by the producer when they were doing the editing.
The producer's a real horse face.
He would dub in sounds he didn't think sounded good from the actual filming set. Can you imagine that producer? Hold on, add that in. Yeah, is he clocking and clacking?
Yeah, some coconuts.
Yeah.
What else you got, Rob?
The tree that they're on when they're on the wall.
Oh yeah,
it's called the tree at Sycamore Gap. Yeah. On Hadrian's Wall.
Not there anymore.
It's not there anymore. Yeah, it's real sad.
Hoodlums.
Yeah,
Hoodlums.
Some people came along in September 28th of 2023, and they cut it down. And the motivation
just because
they don't know why. Yeah, just did it. A bunch of jerks.
Because they're dumb.
Here's one of my favorite ones. Costner had a proposed sequel that he had penned out, where he sets out to rescue King Richard after he's kidnapped after this movie, runs into Azim again. They team back up, and then fun ensues. I don't know, but it never got greenlit.
Becomes a buddy comedy.
Even and they said Costner's in there like the first one made $400 million. Worst case, this will make like 2. And they were like, we're good. One's fine. Like we don't need another one. So he's like, fine, then I'll do Waterworld. That's what's happening.
Sure.
So
you were talking about how you saw this on VHS.
Yes,
I read that.
Yeah,
it was released in the summer of '91, so it was everywhere in '91. But it came out on VHS in November, and it was one of the first ones to go with the
direct to sale.
Yeah, direct to sale.
You didn't have to rent.
It was the first time that public could buy it directly. It was one of the very first VHS that
it cost
Yeah,
$12.99.
$12.99. Yeah, look at that.
I read the same thing.
Yeah, the internet's fun for everyone.
I know.
That's right.
So
we
do the research. Yeah. You don't have to.
That's right, folks. You don't have to go read this.
Well, yeah, so I think that also added to the popularity because I remember we owned this one.
Yeah,
I think everybody had it.
Oh yeah,
it was everywhere.
Did you have it?
I did.
Yeah. See, everybody had it.
Everybody had this.
Rickman said he was encouraged to ad lib and overact because Kevin Reynolds told him, "Hey, make this another Hans Gruber." Yeah. So he goes, "It'll make the movie memorable."
He did it.
So he did it. Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
whether Costner liked it or not. Last thing I got, I saw this on the Rich Eisen show, so explain that. But Kevin Costner was on Rich Eisen, and he told a story about while they were filming this. He said in between takes, one of the producer guys or somebody came over to him, or it was like a stunt guy, came over and said, hey, he'd found some mushrooms in a field behind where they were filming. And he goes, you want to go do these mushrooms? And Kevin Costner was like, well, I got a sword fight in like 15, 20 minutes. And he's like, don't worry about it. And Kevin's like, all right. And so he said they went back there, but then they couldn't find the mushrooms. Like he said, the guy found him. He goes, but Kevin couldn't find any. And so Kevin, the guy's eating one. And Kevin goes, how do you know what to look for? And he goes, well, once you find the first mushroom, he goes, it'll tell you where the other ones are. And so he said then he told the stunt double again, he goes, hey man, in like 5 minutes, we got to go do that sword fight. And he goes, oh, okay, let's go back. So they go back. But then Costner said when they wrapped for the day, he goes, I did go find some mushrooms.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
He seems like a mushroom guy.
All right. So any other, before we jump in the categories, any other interesting facts?
You might have said this in there.
Might have some more.
You said in the beginning, but it was the second highest grossing film behind
T2.
T2?
Yeah.
Interesting other fact I got for you. Technically, just because of the years and the re-releases, from that year, Beauty and the Beast is now the top selling movie of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's had so many re-releases on VHS or whatever it was, DVD, Blu-ray. But at the time, T2 was 1 and this was 2. So
Crazy.
For that year.
So, all right. Category time.
Hey, here come our categories. Our recall movie categories.
All right. First category. You know it. You love it. You want it. Favorite quote. Kurt, lead us off.
All right, I'm going to do the easy one. It's probably the one I say a lot. It's the why a spoon, cousin?
I did.
Because it's dull, you twit, it'll hurt more.
That's it. That's I'd say it's 90% of people's favorite quote.
Anytime anybody asks me why, I would just go straight in, because it's dull, you twit, it'll hurt more.
See, you even,
And I use it with an English accent.
You even attempted English accent better than Costner was doing.
Well, Costner were told not to.
So
Do you believe that? I don't think he was. I think he.
it would have been good with like a Phil Collins accent, you know. I'm Robin of Loxley.
How is that a Phil Collins accent?
That's how he talks. I'm Phil Collins.
You know, when I hear that, I think Phil Collins.
I do too.
You're so bullshit.
Just close my eyes, I see Phil
You're
Collins.
like, oh, Phil Collins.
Oh, I can't dance. Oh, I can't sing. Anyway, Rob, go ahead.
I liked some of the more dramatic,
Of course you did.
Yeah.
dialogue. So there's a scene between him and Marion. She says,
Several.
She says, "How is it that a once young, arrogant, young nobleman has found contentment living rough with the salt of the earth?"
Ooh.
And his response is, "I've seen knights in armor panic at the first hint of battle, and I've seen the lowliest unarmed squire pull a spear from his own body to defend a dying horse. Nobility is not a birthright; it's defined by one's actions."
Nice.
So it's
Very
it's
dramatic.
good writing. I like that. So
After your quote, mine's going to seem silly because I also revert back to the Sheriff of Nottingham, Alan Rickman. I've got you, my room, 10:30 tonight.
Yep.
You, 10:45.
Bring a friend.
And bring a friend. So that's the one I like. So I just think it's because it's like they're talking about taxing or doing something, and it's just random. He starts to walk by them, and he looks back and goes, yeah, these two. Now, in the beginning, he's also making out with some girl, and she didn't look too excited.
Yeah.
Did I tell you to cover up?
I tell you to cover
Yeah,
up?
tell you to cover up, but she didn't look too excited at all.
No.
So
The other, I think we could probably just do sharing a Sheriff of Nottingham lines.
Yeah, pretty much.
actually, I have some more from non-sheriff.
But the one that I liked that was really subtle is when they bring the children up to the chambers or whatever, and he kneels down, he talks to that one, and he goes, "What a beautiful child, so young, so alive, so unaware of how precarious life can be. I had a very sad childhood. I'll tell you about it sometime. I never knew my parents. It's amazing I'm sane." And he says it so like, nonchalant, and
I
the fact
actually
that he
liked,
thinks he's sane.
Oh yeah,
You know?
he does.
He thinks he's completely normal.
I actually liked. We laughed last night. The wife and I call her the wife. The wife and I.
She enjoys that.
She does. We laughed when I never really noticed it before, but when he goes to see Marion the first time, Azim and Duncan are outside. And then when they hear noise, Azim starts to go in and Duncan goes, "I'll help you, Master Robin." He goes, "Point me the direction of the danger."
Point me towards danger, Azim. I'm ready.
Ready. I just thought that was funny. He's no eyes.
That always brings me back towards Men in Tights when Achu's got the sword and he's just whacking at the pillar or whatever. Yeah.
I actually like Fanny too. She said when Little John tells her she can't go on the heist or the save at the end, she goes, "I've given birth to 8 babies. Don't you talk to me about getting hurt, you big ox."
I always go with now sew and keep the stitches small.
Keep the stitches small.
Who does he call somebody a twit? You twit.
Yes.
Yeah. He likes twit.
Yeah, he likes that.
A couple little ones I like when he goes up the tower and he says the spoon thing. He goes, "And so it begins." I love that one. And then later when they said, "Oh, the sheriff's going to hear about this," and he goes, "I truly hope so." And he walks away.
He likes those.
He loves those little lines.
Those little one-liners.
So, but there's some funny Kevin Costner that I don't think he's trying to be funny, that it's just funny. When he first sees his dad and he goes, "No," and he dives into a zine,
Yeah.
I start laughing. I'm like, "You're not selling me that you're sad. Hey, we got another friend in the studio.
We've killed 4 flies
Killed
and another
4
one
flies.
coming in.
Sorry,
That's what happens when
warming up too
our
soon.
studio's on a farm. This is like being in Sherwood Forest today.
That's
right.
So that's what it's like. So it makes it realistic. So, all right, well, let's get to category 2, our favorite scene in the movie. Rob, we'll start with you this time.
You guys have said it like 3 times, so I'm not doing anything. It's the shot. It's the Robin Hood shooting the flaming arrow shot.
So I have the same one. I just put the final fight because I like the whole fight, but the flaming arrow is awesome. But getting the guys down, and then when they strap the little kid to the barrel, they were supposed to blow up, and then they can't blow it up, and
they're gonna behead him on the and then that slow motion shot, and
that whole scene's good.
That's perfect.
Whether you like it or not, I like when they launch over the wall, even if you don't think the practical effect is great. But I think the whole thing's cool, like the whole setup, because they do that planning in the forest. You're going to be here. You're going to be here. They kind of were all where he said they were going to go. I was impressed. They all got them to the spots, and then they executed the thing pretty well. So yeah, that was my favorite scene too, the final scene. So, and it's the movie poster. Yeah. So that flaming, so good. It's really good. So what do you got, Kurt?
Mine was right after the So It Begins and they're chasing after him. And Sheriff is running down the hallway. He does the slide.
Yes.
He takes off like the scarf and he randomly just hits somebody. And then he just keeps running. He yells, "Close the gate." And of course he makes it through the gate and everything else. And then, like we've talked about, the music perfectly goes with as he's punching the guard. Every time he hits the guard, it's the beat of a drum in the little music that was going. I like that.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
That escape scene's really good too. My backup scene was, I'm a sucker for a training montage. I like having the forest people go from like not being able to shoot to then
their arrows can't make it to the dummies.
But then they start making their own arrows, and then the sword fights working. Azim's training the swordsman. Robin's training the whatever. And then during that scene is when he puts the arrow through Will Scarlet's hand. I mean, that whole montage, I like a montage, and it works pretty good. Yeah. So they go from nothing. And then when they set up in the forest, I just love when they fall into their little like things where it covers them up. You don't find them. And
then they got to pray the horse doesn't cross over
they
them.
never.
That's every time I think. And they're like a foot away from him. I was like, they'd get stomped.
I know. Just once someone got stepped on. Like I did think they made those a little too close to the road.
Yeah.
Like how about 10 more feet off the road so that you can make sure the horses aren't trotting around.
And those guys didn't see nothing move. Like they were right behind him.
I mean, they were pretty dumb.
Yeah.
So
they're not the brightest tools in
there's a reason his cousin got run through. Okay. He was pretty dumb. Like how many times that guy get his butt kicked by Loxley? I'm surprised it took that long for Rickman to run him through. Yeah. He should have been dead a long time. If I'd have been the boss, it'd been done a long time ago. Like I'd at least sent him out to go mess with the Irish or the Scots or something. Just get out of here. Go find William Wallace. All right. Did you have any other scenes you want to highlight?
My backup was the river fight between Little John and Robin.
Yeah, it's good.
I like the fact of the drowning. I'm drowning. But I think I pair it so much with the Men in Tights.
Oh man,
that I can't get. I like it just because of how it makes me laugh when I watch Men in Tights.
Would Robin and Loxley's nose been broken on that one though? I mean he hit him pretty hard with that stick. He started bleeding. But
I just like when he looks at Azim. Any advice? Yeah, move faster.
We liked when he cut his hand for his father, and I'm like, it's 1190. Like that's gonna get infected.
He's losing that hand.
They didn't put stitches. Later they show a little wrap around. And I'm like, you're getting gangrene in that thing. Like, and then he's just
using that knife for everything.
Yeah, and then he's falling in the water and he's having all these things. Yeah. So at least sepsis would have set in. Something's going on there.
That's okay.
I just watched that Garfield. James Garfield, and that's how he died. It wasn't the bullet; it was the infection.
What is with the history in you two today?
we like.
We're learned, Rob.
That's right.
So
You're pulling out ancient tapestry crap, and you're
it's
talking
good.
about James Garfield over
he
here.
was one of our presidents, Rob.
That's right.
I don't know if you're aware
Wow.
of that. So
You're ruining our
did you have any
reputation.
other scenes you wanted to highlight, Rob?
I liked the
Other than
it's
what
kind of a final scene, but where the swinging into the window.
Oh, yeah,
and,
it's good.
Sliding across the floor.
Do you mind? I'm busy.
Do you
or what did he
mind?
say?
Yeah.
We've just been married.
So
Yeah.
But that scene where he is trying to
Consummate.
consummate
the
with
marriage.
Maid Marian, that's a tough scene now when you watch it. I mean, that thing where he spreads her legs with his
And it's-
knees.
and
And they tries to do it comedically.
Yes.
That's and that's also the bad part is I agree a little with Siskel on that one that he's still riffing and joking and you're like watching what's happening and he's telling jokes. It's just kind of weird.
And I read that had been dialed down.
That's
Like
Yeah, they had to take some of it out.
It was a much longer.
My favorite part of that scene though is when she hands him the little pillow to put behind her
Yes.
head.
Yeah.
I was like, "What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We're gonna be nice."
She
and give her
and
the
even the
pillow.
look on her face,
And she's like, "Oh, why? Thank you."
I've never seen a noble woman's breasts before.
That's
So, all right, category 3, our favorite character in the movie. I'll start this one off. I go with Azim, Morgan Freeman. I like him. I feel like he's a good balance to Costner's kind of craziness. Once in a while, he steps in, says whatever, and he's actually got some good lines throughout the movie. So, and I think he's probably your best actor overall in the movie. I know Rickman's doing a good job for what he's doing, but if you're just talking about pure acting, probably the better actor at this point is Freeman. But Rickman's trying to be a little crazy, so I can appreciate that too. But so I got Azim. So
Do you approve of Azim's accent as well?
I don't know what a Moor sounded like, so I'm going to assume he studied that, and that's period time accurate.
Okay.
So Christian. I don't know what the accent's supposed to be.
But Azim not really in the actual Robin Hood legend.
No,
Here we
added
go
that.
again.
Yeah.
Just so you know, they based this movie off of a series in England that had 3 seasons called Robin Hood in Sherwood Forest.
Very good.
And had also a Moor in it. And it had a different name. They had to change the name in this movie when they figured out that they were going to get sued
by that series.
by that series. So they just changed the name.
It was on the BBC, Rob.
Yeah. On the BBC.
BBC.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character, Kurt?
I was going to go with Alan Rickman, but I was like,
course
no,
it is.
too easy.
Too easy.
I went with Michael McShane as Friar Tuck.
So can we, real quick?
That's what I did too.
You two have Friar Tuck. I have Azim.
We like to tuck.
Let's admit off the top.
Rickman's the best.
Rickman's the
Yeah.
best
Yeah.
character in the movie.
Uh-huh.
But we all know that already, so we're trying to highlight some other
Yes.
characters.
Yeah.
So I would say the number one character is the sheriff, because I mean he steals every scene he's in. But
Yes.
for the supporting group after that should have been today's category is outside the sheriff.
Yeah.
So we'll say that outside the sheriff. So you guys, I like Friar Tuck too. He was my backup.
Yeah.
Was Friar Tuck.
I just like at the beginning when where the guards are leading his little wagon through the forest and he's singing really loud and they basically tell him to shut up.
Well, yeah.
And
But
then
based on a tune that's actually an old English song.
Look at you.
Very good, Rob.
See?
Wow.
I'm not just a pretty face, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
right, Rob. We're not here.
not
We're not here
just
just
a
to
chunk of
glam
meat.
up the
That's right.
podcast.
Not a sight of beef for you to look at.
Smile.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez. Yeah.
Well, one time, and then he
Harassment.
tries to start singing
Yeah,
again.
he goes,
and
oh,
and
and
then
he looks
cuts
around
himself
and
up.
goes, never mind. They were going to kill me.
I laughed. I found myself laughing at his lines a lot of times.
He's
Yeah.
good. And I like his line. We had it at the beginning of the podcast. I like here's your 30 pieces of
Yeah.
silver to give to the devil when you go into hell.
Why 30 pieces of silver, Rob?
Because that's how much Judas Iscariot got paid to,
Look at that.
to rat out Jesus
We
Christ.
found his historical area
That's right.
of expertise today. So
No, and the line I like is him and Friar Tucker having a conversation. He said, "Let us open a bottle and do our best to save each other's souls." And Azim goes, "Alas, I am not permitted."
I am not permitted.
And he said, "Fine, you talk and I'll drink."
I'll drink. Yeah, that's good. So, that was right after the baby was born, I believe. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
The cesarean
that went just fine.
yeah,
In 1190.
Again, no infection.
Just as a Jew is. I don't know what Moorish culture looked like, but he knows everything. Like,
right.
how does he know to do a C-section? He said he saw it on an animal.
Yeah, he
once.
saw it on some horses.
Horses.
aliens.
All right. I'm sure it's the same
Aliens.
thing. So,
Yeah.
all right. That takes us to category 4. What is the most, normally we do a 1990s or 1980s prop, but this time our most 1190s thing or object or prop about the movie that you found.
Yes.
So Rob, start us off.
I'm gonna start by using a quote or some dialogue between some two. So Marion and Robin of Loxley. She says, Robin, do something for me. He says, what? And she says, take a bath.
Yes, I have it right here. No one bathing.
Yes, that's
So
what
I wrote it
my
down.
whole thing is.
But he bathed, and we saw his booty.
I know
People
that.
must have
But
smelled
for
so
weeks,
bad.
For weeks he was terrible because he crawled through that uniform in the water.
Uh-huh.
Then he went to the castle.
Yeah.
And they're on the water for weeks at a
Then
time.
he cut himself. Then
He's
he
a bit
goes to
gamey.
Marion. Then
Oh.
he's in the forest. Yeah, he's got to just all of them got to smell.
You
Like,
can't,
from high
like,
hell.
I can't imagine, like,
Yeah.
you get in a moment of embrace.
No, it's bad.
Oh.
But they both stink, so
Woof.
maybe it doesn't matter.
Yeah, maybe nobody knows. Everyone just thought that was normal.
Well, she noticed.
Well, she did notice. Well, she's a noble woman.
That's right.
So,
So
what's
1190s,
your,
people not bathing.
what's your 1190s?
Mine most 1190s thing is the feudal system.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Look,
Because they're talking about we're all going to divide, all the lords are going to divide up all these new lands.
The barons.
Got to have the feudal system
feudal
because
system,
that's how they
the
controlled
feudal
everyone.
system.
That's really good. The other one I wrote was really bad teeth, like Nottingham's cousin.
My other one was the Crusades.
Crusade's very good. Yeah, I wrote that down too.
hell, man.
I wrote down mead as well.
Yeah,
Well,
you had mead at your
here,
wedding,
You're over here throwing around mead and
did.
teeth, and you're like the feudal system.
Yes.
and you're the lack of bathing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But mead is not prevalent today as
It
much.
is not.
It was the go-to drink.
Yeah.
Outside of my wedding, I don't see mead very often.
No.
So, but we did drink and be merry that evening too. We lived like kings as well, Rob. So there you go.
Yes.
Wow, I think you are on
We'd
mushrooms.
be kings. Yes, he'd be on mushrooms.
I be on mushrooms, good sir. Thank you. All right.
That's a real fine line between medieval and pirate. I'm just telling you.
No, pirate, you
Yeah,
get a
it's
little more.
one-
Hey, Rob, how you doing? That gets a little more piratey. So, or you can do the Johnny Depp version, which is just being kind of high or drunk. I don't know what it is.
It's just
A little
being Johnny
spaced
Depp.
out.
Yeah.
So, category 5, our yearbook quote. Let's start with you, Kurt. What do you got?
I'm going to go with Azim when he goes, "In my dreams alone have I imagined such a place."
I like it. That's a good one.
That's really good.
So, mine is also, I believe, Azim. There are no perfect men, Christian, in the world, only perfect intentions.
I almost had that one.
So
yeah.
that one is also mine.
Mine is an Azim as well.
He had all the most
Azim's
profound
good.
quotes.
I changed it a little bit. It said, "Let no man
why wouldn't you?
Let no man control your destiny, especially not one who attacks downwind and stinks of
Like
garlic."
Yes, you know, it's not our job to change these. We're not the editors.
I had
or the
to make it work.
scriptwriters.
Sometimes you got to change a little
Yeah,
bit.
I made it work.
We've all changed a little.
I also thought that the Robin and Loxley line could have worked in the yearbook, that quick and whatever, but because you're graduating high school and going off, and so it begins. You
so
could
it
just
begins.
put that,
Yeah,
and it would be,
so it begins.
there you go.
That would be a good one
Yeah,
because that's life.
that was my backup. So.
Just begins.
All right, category 6. Let's keep this to like one each. Biggest issue with the movie, something that didn't work or something like that. So, Rob, we'll start with you. What do you got?
I did. Well, we kind of already talked about it. I did the C-section scene.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't understand how that all
work?
Yeah, I didn't understand.
And that Fanny wouldn't have died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like how did he know
Where to cut.
and how she didn't die and all the things.
I mean,
So,
horses
yeah.
and people are pretty similar, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
As long as when he sewed her up, he kept the stitches small, it
Small.
was fine.
Yeah. Did you think Fanny said that too? So, Zane, keep the stitches small. So,
And Little John said, "Throw in an extra stitch."
throw in an extra stitch. Oh, and by the way, that baby's newly born. Little John's just manhandling that thing like it's like a rubber doll. He's like, "Oh, here you go, foo."
Well, have you ever watched a
Calm down.
nurse in a nursery? They pretty much do the same thing with
Gotcha.
babies.
So, all right, Kurt, what do you got?
Mine's. I don't know why. I just hate the shot over the wall.
Oh man,
They magically
Wow.
just land
Something-
in the one little pile of straw on the other side.
there was straw everywhere. There's a good
No,
chance you
they
straw.
land and there is nothing except for the one pile of straw.
Yeah, they planned it that way.
They did it well. It's called execution. That's what it
Well,
is.
they should have been executed.
Yes. No, they should not. So,
Off with their heads.
well, I had one, but I changed it. So now this other one, Rob, you got to stop dying. On
I'm sorry.
It's a slow death.
So I've got Duncan. So Duncan figures out that they're going after whoever, and he goes back to Sherwood Forest. He gets on a horse because they go to Maid Marian's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? and they arrest her, they take her away, whatever. Well, he escapes. He goes on a horse. He whispers to the horse, "Take me to Sherwood Forest." And the horse just shows up where they are. So you got a blind guy with a horse who just told him where to go, and the horse just found Sherwood Forest.
The horse is magical.
I don't think so.
He had been trained.
That one's a little tough. So, and then the only other one I had was the Sheriff of Nottingham. He admits in the thing to his master coin or whoever that guy was that Robin Hood's taken like $2 or $3 million, which is insane,
that's insane.
by the way. It's worth $80 billion today or something. But they said 2, 3, and he's like, well, I have no money left because I was going to pay the barons with all that. And then he goes, hire the Celt army. And he goes, oh, great idea. How did he pay the Celt army? He just said, I don't have any money. He literally said it out loud. And then what is he paying them in? Mead? I mean,
maybe
swords, because they're making all those swords in the basement.
Well, one of the deleted scenes that was back in is once they attack, they get all the money back, and he's like crawling through, going, "I've got all my money back."
Oh, okay.
And he's crawling through his gold.
Oh, okay. So then he paid him after that.
Yeah, he must have.
So,
see, the
but
12 extra
technically,
minutes did help.
technically, I wouldn't even have paid the Celt army because they
you
lost.
would think they would have. I was going to say they got their ass kicked.
If it wasn't for the flaming catapults, they wouldn't have won in the first place.
Yeah.
So he didn't really need the Celt army. It was kind of like when in Braveheart, when the Irish are going to attack and then they're all best friends. Same trick. Can't trust the Irish, Rob. Can't trust them. So, all right.
Their wee beady eyes.
So I just did a really bad Irish accent. Takes us perfectly into category 7. Worst accent or actor in the film. If you found all the accents to be great, then you can also say who your worst actor was. I'm going to start this one off. Absolute worst accent. It's not even an accent. Kevin Costner gets so much slack for not doing an accent. Christian Slater is doing nothing. He's just being Christian Slater.
That's so
I mean,
funny.
he's doing his New York accent. He's just acting like Lucky Luciano in Mobsters, which is why he probably got the Razzie. He didn't even try either, and he never gets pinned down. I could also argue Master Antonio's not really trying to do an English accent very often either, but Kevin takes all the heat on this, but Christian sucks. He's got no accent, and he whines the whole time. Like the constant whining. Rich boy and blah, blah, blah. So, and he's a bad actor too. I think he's just acting bad. And I don't even think
Slater's not a good actor anyway.
I agree. No. I don't even think
he's basically just Christian Slater in everything he does.
I don't think they even gave him a script. I don't think he knows what movies he's in. He's like, well, I don't even think he knows what he's doing. Because half the time he's doing something completely different from everybody else. He's just wandering around.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
Slater as well, Scarlett, worst in the movie. So, Rob, go ahead.
I just wrote down Costner, Freeman, ? And Slater. So I'm with you. I kind of was stuck on Slater as well. I mean, Costner gets all the flack, but I found a good quote. It said, this is about Costner though. So while not strictly a plot hole, it is a massive immersion hole. Kevin Costner's disappearing English accent. He starts the movie with a faint attempt at a British lilt, abandons it entirely by the time he hits the forest, and finishes the film sounding like he's from Southern California.
I think you mentioned it earlier, though. Well, we'll let you do yours first. What's your worst actor?
Mine was Costner, just for the simple fact would be how bad was it that they told him not to do it, but they let Christian Slater try his little bit of one.
I gotcha.
That's true.
It must have just been horrible.
The only defense I'll have of Costner, I got two things. The defense I'll have of Costner is, I think in the action sequences, Costner's great. Yeah. Like, I know he's not doing a good accent, but as far as being like an action figure on screen, he's the guy you want. In 1991, he fills the role of, when he's sword fighting, you're like, that guy is a sword fighter. That guy shoots an arrow. Like, I wouldn't have believed some of the other actors they were talking about as being the physical portion of the movie. So he does that part perfect. And what I'll say about the accent is this. In 1991, we revisit this now. This is a revisitation, revised history. And we all keen in on the accent. In 1991, I think you said it earlier. Did anyone care?
I don't think anyone
because Kevin Costner's in the movie. You're like, okay, that's fine. Like,
I don't ever remember once until I was an adult going, that's right.
He's not doing it.
He didn't have an accent.
People didn't complain about, it's not historically accurate as much as they would now.
Everybody just rented it and watched it.
There's a scenario I walked out of that film and didn't even notice. The first. It was probably later. I'm like, he's not speaking. And, you might be right. Until the Men in Tights thing, I might not even have thought two things about it.
Now, if you were from England, it'd probably pick it up real fast. But
obviously.
Well, and I hadn't watched this movie in years. And watching it this time, I was like, it is blatantly, like it is a clear, like as you watch it, it just gets worse and worse.
It's kind of like in Die Hard when Rickman switches to the Bill Clay English accent. I mean, it's not good either. Like you can tell he's struggling with it a little bit, but that's fine. So I'll defend Costner a little in, I think the action stuff, he's really good. Like at the beginning when he has a cheesy line, he goes, "This is English courage," and then he pulls the hand. But all that action, I mean, he does that part well.
Yeah.
So I think we forgive the accent for some of his.
Because he delivers the movie well. I mean, I like the lines. I like the writing. I like the.
Do you like the line, "Will you do it for your king?" And she goes, "No, I'll do it for you." By the way, Bryan Adams based the whole song off that part of the movie. When she says, "I'll do it for you," they wrote the song after that. So
it's brilliant.
And you know who else helped him write the song?
Mutt Lang.
There it is.
There he is.
Yeah.
Good old Mutt.
He's everywhere.
They had to talk Mutt into it because he said he typically didn't do over the top movie songs. He liked entire albums.
Oh yeah, he's an album guy.
He's an album guy, but they talked him into it after working on Waking Up with the Neighbors.
Oh,
So there you go, Rob. I know you like your Bryan Adams history.
I do like Bryan Adams.
Well, that leads us right into category 8.
Category
doesn't it?
8,
Look at
which
that.
is
like you intended.
It's you think it's my first day, but it's actually not, Rob.
It's a second.
So transitions are my jam, if you will.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Category 8 is the Bryan Adams song, the best ever in a movie. So it's a question. You can say yes or no. You can elaborate. You can do whatever you want. But Rob, we'll start with you.
Gosh, I don't know. I found lots of different things about this.
Of course you
know where. But if you went critic side of the house, it's not.
No, that's fine.
Not even close. Like AFI's 100 years of 100 songs. It didn't even make the top 100.
Okay.
So it's
I agree
not
with that.
there. But if you do sales, it's top 10. So
I would argue this. If you base this on radio airplay and MTV in 1991, and then the pop culture impact it had on the movie, has a movie song had that overall huge impact like that? Outside of the only other one I was thinking of is possibly "My Heart Will Go On," Celine Dion, Titanic,
Yeah.
or maybe the Armageddon song.
Yeah.
But outside, but this is before those two. So at the time, like people watched this music video, saw highlights from the movie, and like, oh, that looks good.
Right.
I'm going to go do that. So now it got oversaturated, got overplayed. You said earlier it was 7 weeks on the US Hot 100.
Yeah.
It was,
like
16 weeks in the UK. It's still a record today in 2026. No song has been in number one for 16 straight weeks. So, what's your personal thought?
I think it's probably, you named two really good ones that I think from the 90s were got to be top 5. You know, that when you associate a song with a movie, this song,
is this song up there with Breakfast Club, Power of Love, Footloose?
Sure.
I was gonna say I also had Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, right.
Staying Alive.
Does it hold serve with those songs?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay,
I do.
For its spot. I also have Lose Yourself. Was as a song where you hear it, you automatically think of the rap battle.
Yeah,
you think
do.
of the movie.
Yeah.
So
this won a Grammy.
Yeah,
the song, and it was nominated for an Oscar. But you know who it lost to, Rob?
Willie Nelson.
No. Why would Willie be doing movie songs?
Because when we did the 80s country, when everybody lost to Willie Nelson or
George Jones. He lost to Peebo.
Oh,
Beauty and the Beast, baby.
Peebo.
Yeah.
Can't
Also another great movie song.
Yeah, it was a great movie song. So
there's another
90s
one.
are chock full.
That's
If we
right.
really want to
That'd be
get.
tough.
Did you guys see? I don't know if you looked up a little bit more about the song, but they were trying to find a person to sing a song for the movie. David's old Peter Cetera. They asked him.
Yep.
He said no.
Well, he actually did write another. He said he wanted to write his own song.
Yeah,
and he wrote his own, and they didn't like it. They're
Yeah.
like, it doesn't. That doesn't work.
They weren't very happy with it.
Nope.
The first person they went to was Kate Bush.
Yep. She said no.
Yeah, and then they went to Annie Lennox, but she wanted to do the song in Old English.
She
and
did.
they told her no.
And they're like, no, sorry. She wanted to keep it period. You know.
Yeah.
Could you imagine everything I do? I do it for you with like the little twangy piccolos and things in the background. Yeah.
What do you call it? You call it a piccolo?
Piccolo.
Yeah.
So I also saw one of Rob's favorite, Lisa Stansfield.
Oh yes.
Yeah. But actually, she did want to do it, and they said that Clive Davis, the record producer guy, the record head of the record company, he said no.
Yeah.
So he didn't think it was a good move for her at the time. So, yeah. So okay, for the song, for the movie, we kind of all agree it's iconic. Like you hear this song, you think of Robin Hood. Personally, do you like the song?
I do like this song.
Okay.
I will sing it if I'm in a car by myself.
I don't disagree. And here comes today.
It's Bryan Adams.
I am
It's good old BA.
very established that I'm not a BA fan, particularly 90s movie BA. But I will say, for the nostalgia and whatever, this is not one of the songs I totally hate from Bryan Adams in the 90s. Now, when he tries to do this again with Stewart and Sting, that's horrendous. In Three Musketeers or whatever that movie was.
Yeah.
When he tries to do it in another
All
one.
for one.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
That's just the worst song. It's totally horrible. So
one might call that's a
then he does another one for another.
Iconic
He
group
does
of-
another one for another movie where he's playing like a Spanish guitar. I forget that one.
Have You Ever Loved a Woman?
Oh, it's awful
That's
too.
great.
So those
It's
are
great.
the bad ones. But I will say this: did I get tired of it in 91? Because I'm 15 or so in 91. Yeah, I probably had a few minutes there. I'm like, oh, it's on again because they played it like 4 times an hour.
Yeah.
on the radio and MTV. So there's probably a moment, but I'm with you. If I hear it now, I sing. That part you did at the
I'll sing.
that part you did at the beginning, I love the ending when he goes, "I'll fight for you, I'll die for you," and he holds that note. I gotta give BA a little credit there, so not too bad. All right,
I want
takes
that. I
us-
want that time stamped. That
that I said it's not a bad song.
David gave BA some credit.
109,
As the kids say,
109.55.
he gave him his flowers.
I gave him his flowers.
wow.
There you go.
There you
We're
go.
hip.
So, flowers for me, Mr. Beauregard.
I do declare.
Oh, it's back.
That takes
Wow.
us to category 9.
Aspen it is.
All right, so Harry Temple, I should have stayed in Aspen moment. Something bad's going to happen, or something caught you off guard, or you're going to die. I mean, these are all the things that can happen in the movie. So we'll start with you, Kurt. What's your Aspen moment?
I went with the bishop's face as Friar Tuck is slamming all the bags of coins on him
Oh,
right
yeah.
before he pushes them out the window.
I mean, the bishop needed to get pushed out the
He did.
window. Yeah, he's bad. So
He's not good.
no, yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. What do you got, Rob?
I did the eye roll
Oh, nice.
after Robin comes crashing through the window,
Oh, yeah.
and sheriff's eye roll.
Sheriff knows,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he was like, "What the heck?"
I mean, he's going to
Come
do
on.
the sword fight because he has
Yeah.
to, but I think he knows I'm not going to win this.
No, he's
Right.
like, "Do you mind?
Do you
I'm in the
mind?
middle of something." And
You're not doing an English accent either, Rob.
no,
No.
I'm not
Okay.
doing it.
You should try. We
Kevin
have
Costner didn't have to do it.
we have people
It
in
was-
the UK that
it
listen
was,
to this program.
It wasn't mandatory. It was optional.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm sorry to the people that are listening in the UK for the accents we have tried.
No, they love it. I get told by them all the time they appreciate the effort. So it's good.
No, they don't. No,
Do you mind?
no, they
Smith?
leave us voicemails and tell us how to properly say
Yes.
The interesting thing
les
is,
incompetents.
the
Les
interesting,
incompetents.
interesting thing is we're not trained actors. We're just morons.
Ooh,
And
I am.
We can kind of
moron.
even do an English accent a little better than Kevin Costner was.
With no actual training.
Do you mind, Loxley? No, Sheriff of Nottingham, I don't
No, I
mind.
don't mind.
I don't know. I think that's from the.
Grab me my
That
meat.
might be from the Manchester area. I'm not sure.
Manchester.
Manchester, England.
Madfret.
Manchester.
All right, mine is when Azim sees the Celts running through the forest, he exclaims, Allah, be merciful.
Oh, yeah.
There's a tough look on his face. It's like, am I going to be able to kill all these people? So my backup, though, was I really thought about it. I just didn't know if it was quite an Aspen moment. But when Marion sees him naked in the water, you would think she'd never seen a naked man before.
Oh,
Like,
oh my.
she went from
She's
0
got
to
the chastity
100.
belt.
Yeah, she went 0 to 100 in a minute. Like, she was ready to throw down
She was
on the rock.
She was ready to call a locksmith
Ready to go. Cola Locksmith.
to get that chastity belt off.
Even the lady in waiting goes, oh my.
Yeah. And he's quite a ways away.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, is
She just saw skin and was like, good.
That's all she needed
Hey.
to see.
Wow.
Wow.
I feel like it's been a while for Maid Marian, or if ever.
If ever, yeah.
So
All it's going to take is a soft breeze.
that's right. And then the tingles begin. She was ready to go.
She was ready to go. She had tingles.
Robin.
I was going to say, my backup one on this one was Bull when he turns around and goes, to the trees!
Now that's
yes.
that's a pretty
We-
great quote too. I can't believe
Yeah,
we didn't mention that.
I was
earlier.
going to say, neither can I. I remember going to soccer tournaments when I was a wee lad.
Wee lad.
At like 13. We'd randomly go off on like walks, and one of the kids would just yell, to the trees.
To the trees
And
is
we'd all
good.
have to go
That's
climb
funny.
a tree.
To the trees.
Back in our quote category, that's underrated. That's probably one of the best quotes in the
Yeah.
movie. The to the trees. I think that's pretty good. So, and that guy's a moron. I like when he goes, "How many of
Because
them are
he's
there?"
so long.
He goes, "There's 15." He goes, "There's 5." Oh, he can't count.
He can't count it anyway.
So he doesn't know.
Which way's left?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, then which one's on the right?
You take the other one.
Yeah.
So, all right. That takes us through all our categories while Rob continues to
Yep.
die.
I'm sorry.
To die, to sleep.
I've got
no
the
more.
black lung.
You do. You sound like you've been down in the West Virginia coal mines.
That's right.
So, yeah. Give us some blue steel or something.
I don't know.
Final Judgment. Kurt, start us off.
I'm going to say basically the same as what we said at the beginning. Still an entertaining movie. I had no trouble making it through the 2 hours plus and not saying, oh, I got to go take a break from this. So it's still good. Still entertaining. Still do the quotes as they're doing. Even I haven't watched it for 10, 15 years. Still going, yep, I can still do all the little mannerisms and everything because I remember it.
Yeah. I think it's fun. I think it's good. I think there's 5 or 10 minutes you could probably dump. Like the first time he goes to her castle, that's a little longer than it probably needed to be, but that's okay. I mean, there's a few parts. So
the one thing when you bring back the first time he goes there and he fights her, and then by the end of the movie, she's a little doe that can't do anything on her own. She's just making the whiny noises.
That should have been in category 6.
Yeah.
She almost kicked his ass.
I know.
Yeah.
And then she couldn't fight off the Sheriff of Nottingham.
Yeah.
And a witch.
And she didn't have like a dagger in those
Something.
layers or something.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
because she gave it to Robin, and
what are
Robin
the
used
layers
it.
for?
That's true.
That's right. She should have kept one for herself.
She should have.
Self-defense worse. At least a whistle.
Something.
You know? Robin!
A little piccolo.
I need help. Yeah, just around her neck. That thing the thing Willy Wonka used to get the Oompa Loompas.
That's the worst. That's funny.
Just see her hitting the little pipe for like
Hitting the little pipe. She's on crack now.
Willy Wonka. It's not crack. It's that plant that he found in the forest to put her under the
Mistletoe?
spell. Yeah. Many women lost their resolve under the mistletoe. So, all right,
in our
Rob.
country, we don't drug women or whatever.
Final judgment,
Unless
Rob.
you're Cosby. Sorry.
He was up for the part before his before Morgan Freeman. What you gonna do, Loxley, is take them stored into the beach of Bluey.
Damn it.
Could you imagine him as Azim?
Uh-huh.
Bill Cosby
That'd be good.
as Azim would be great.
But he's still wearing the sweaters.
Can you find a pudding pop in this godforsaken country?
Dang it.
All right. What do you got, Rob? Final judgment.
I prepared a statement.
Oh, of course you did.
Okay.
No, I didn't. Do
Oh,
it.
what did you call it before?
I did.
He declared, he made a decree, or what was that one time on the thing? He goes,
Yeah,
I prepared
I
I
did.
prepared a dissertation.
a dissertation,
Something.
a sonnet, if you
Yes.
will.
No, I'm with you. I think
A soliloquy.
I said earlier that I did about mid movie stop and go, man, this really isn't. It's not a great movie, but it's an enjoyable movie. It's an entertaining movie, and it did bring back a lot of feels when I hadn't seen it in years, and I watched it. And I was like, we watched this movie a lot.
Yeah.
I
knew everything.
We really watched it a lot. And watching it, like I remember my dad had a sound system in our front room, and this was one that was great on the surround sound.
Oh,
Ooh, big balla.
Big, you had explosions, and it was the thing. So
Explode.
They were
this
the
is-
original big ballers.
Yeah, yes.
my dad was.
Had them Pioneer speakers all around the
He did.
room.
It was
Had
the
you done
fine-
an episode of Cribs at his house, they'd have been like, and here's the sound system.
And then I had the crystal.
Oh, you didn't have no crystal.
No, we didn't have any crystal.
You had the off-brand stuff.
He had
from
that
Albertsons.
Santana champagne.
Yeah, you had the Santana DVX.
Yeah,
What they really had was Mad Dog. So,
That's right.
Carlo Rossi in the big bottle.
2020. Hell yeah. So
We had
fine grape
boxed
wine
wine.
right there. So yeah, I think overall we're all in agreement. Just a fun movie to watch. If you haven't watched it in a long time, for those that you're here for the nostalgia. If you haven't seen it in forever, pop it in. I think you'll like we had. I think you'll start having memories about it at a minimum, and then you're gonna go, "Oh, I haven't watched it." They don't run it a lot on like TBS and stuff like that, so it's just one of those I haven't seen forever. But again, I was just popping lines like it was nothing.
I was gonna say, I was even getting like the little smirks, like when he goes, "This is your dad," and he goes, "Yeah."
So I think it's great.
My wife was quick to correct me when I said, I looked at her and I go, this really isn't a great movie. And she goes, this is not a bad movie.
Did she like it?
Oh, she loves it.
She loves it. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason she's smarter than you, Rob.
Well, I say that to anybody that will listen.
All right, fans, we'd love to hear from you. Connect with us on all our social media sites. Let us know what you think about Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Tell us your favorite quote, your favorite scene. Did we miss something? Did we miss a pivotal quote in the movie? Yeah, it feels like we hit a lot of it. Do you think Bill Cosby would have been a good Azim as well? Let us know. I think it'd have been great.
Oh, no.
You're telling me that poisons the ladies? Pick it off the tree, Robin. Put it in my pocket.
Dang it.
Hey, he would have had one of those Cosby sweaters over his armor thing or whatever. Call me Duck Duxtable. All right. We've also set up a brand new voicemail box. If you'd like to leave us some voicemail, tell us about our English accents. Were we as good as Kevin Costner? How's my Bill Cosby? It's coming along, right?
Yeah.
I've been working on Bill Cosby. I was working on Freeman. Andy Dufresne is my friend, but I can't quite. I'm trying to get there. It's little by little.
Our American accents suck.
I have a lot of time in the car, so I just practice accents as much as I can.
Not just speaking in any accent is terrible.
I know, but we got to try. A for effort, if you will. All right, at least a B plus. But you can leave us a quick message, suggest any ideas for future episodes. We'd love to set it up, but we'll feature your message on any upcoming shows as soon as we get one.
There you go. All right.
We're still waiting.
Yeah,
It's been a month. It's been a month, and we're just begging.
Yeah.
Please call us.
Please call. We're getting into spam.
Yeah, last
idea.
weekend, Rob's like, well, I'll have my mom call.
I'll just have my mom call.
I don't
She'd
want
do
a
it.
forced call. I want
She
an
would totally do
actual. I want an actual
totally do it.
organic phone call. Right?
My wife said she was going to call.
Tell her to use an
I don't
accent.
want
Your
that
I know
wife,
it's
your
her.
wife, and my wife. I heard them talking. They said,
I don't want
We're
that
gonna
either.
call and tell them like to stop talking about 80s boobs.
Never.
Never.
It's one bridge we cannot cross, Rob. So, speaking of 80s boobs, do your part.
The total 80s and 90s recall.
You're kind of an 80s boob.
Is
You know?
he a 70s boob because he was born in the 70s?
Yeah, I'll take a 7.
He's a little more of a disco boob.
Yeah.
Disco boob.
There it is. The Total 80s 90s Recall team wants you to know that this podcast is the perfect complement to your listening experience and the perfect antidote to modern life. The Total 80s and 90s Recall team invites you to join us and open a bottle and do our best to save each other's souls. And if you're not permitted, you can talk and we'll drink. Or you can visit us at Total 80s 90s Recall at podbean.com. And if something vexes thee, the Total 80s 90s Recall team wants you to know that if you, like most of us, have never seen the breasts of a noble woman before, tell us about it by sending us an email at 80s90srecall@gmail.com. And don't forget, let the Total 80s 90s Recall team help you appreciate the present by indulging in a healthy dose of the good old days.
Ooh. All right. Hear ye, recallers.
Oh, boy.
We're calling on all loyal listeners to join the cause. If you've been enjoying Total 80s and 90s Recall, be a hero of the realm. Leave us a 5-star rating and write a quick review. It helps spread the word far and wide like a legend whispered through the Sherwood Forest.
Beautiful.
So stand with us, merry listeners, and help the show grow.
We shall grow within a fortnight with your help.
We are growers. We are not showers.
Ooh, I like that. That's-
Wow.
the mistletoe will lead the way.
That's right.
The mistletoe will lead the way.
All right, young Rob.
Oh.
Go ahead and give us your closing thoughts.
All right. We learned today that David is a cunning linguist.
Ooh.
Yes.
Mr. Cunnilinguist.
Yes.
Cunnilingus.
Vocabulary. I really honed in on the word contrived.
Nice.
Yeah. It means deliberately created rather than arising naturally or spontaneously. That's good. Apologies or corrections. We apologize for our bad Irish accents, our bad pirate / medieval
English accent.
Yes.
English accent.
English.
And I'm just gonna say Cosby.
I didn't think it was too
Cosby.
bad.
Period.
The picture pages, Rob.
Playlist. I said watch Robin Hood.
Oh,
If you haven't
Yeah.
watched it, it's
listen to the soundtrack
Listen to Bryan Adams.
That's really good.
as far as the playlist.
And then the challenge this week is try to get one of these two phrases in your daily conversations with somebody. One, to the trees.
Nice.
Try to get that. And Allah, be merciful.
Nice.
Try to do one of those in your just randomly throughout the day.
Yeah,
I
maybe-
say Allah be merciful every day in class.
yes.
And just let us know how it went.
No band names? I feel
I
like
didn't
there's
have
some possibilities
I
here.
had the Little Johns.
The Will
The Little
Scarlets.
Johns.
Yeah.
The Will Scarlets.
Yeah.
The Friar Tucks.
The Friar Tucks. Eh?
Small Stitches.
See? It's too many.
Just
Too many.
There's too many.
Yeah.
What about Dull Spoons?
The Dull Spoons.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right. The Twits.
The Twits. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
a good. Like it just organically makes
it
itself.
writes himself.
Does
It
everything
writes
it wants to. So, well, this week, because we've gone back to these medieval times and they spoke this way, I've developed a longer closing, somewhat of a sonnet, if Rob would say.
Ooh.
So, I'm not going to do the accent.
No, I want
anymore,
it.
but I can't. I
don't
don't.
want-
Make it
He
grand.
wants to so
I
bad.
don't think it can hold that long. So, all right.
You can't keep focused that long.
No, my jaw will start. I'll turn into Garth. From the battle-scarred sands of the Crusades to the wind-carved majesty of the cliffs of Dover, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves delivered the kind of sweeping adventure that only early 90s Hollywood could forge in fire and steel. Robin of Locksley didn't just reclaim stolen gold, he reclaimed his brotherhood, his purpose, and yes, the heart of Maid Marian, proving that sometimes the greatest victories aren't won with arrows, but with loyalty and love. It had everything: swordplay, vengeance, Alan Rickman chewing the scenery like a banquet, and enough heroism to fill Sherwood Forest twice over. It wasn't just a movie, Rob. It was an event. And with that, our journey through Sherwood comes to a close. We hope you've enjoyed revisiting the legend, the spectacle, and the magic of 1991's Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Until next time, keep your aim true, your stories bold, and remember, legends never fade.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
That was a lot.
That was too much.
Yeah.
That was grand.
I feel good about it, though.
Yeah.
I feel like that could have, like if I was in an acting class, that's and scene.
That
Yes.
would have been, yeah.
Done.
Good.
Yeah.
So, as always, we want to thank the Movie Hound for sharing his cinematic expertise with us this week. And you
And
can,
his knowledge of tapestries.
and tapestries.
That's
But with all that,
That's really good.
with all that, Kurt, you can bugger off. All right.
Oh.
So there you go.
There you go.
Yes.
Wow.
I like to bugger off.
Little John likes to
Sometimes
tell
I
people.
bugger off by myself.
He's full of he's just full of piss and wind, Rob. So
Wow.
it's all good.
There you
Finally, a huge shout out to you, our awesome listeners. Whether it's your first time tuning in or you've been with us for years, we can't thank you enough for hanging out with us today. Hopefully, we brought you some laughs, great memories, and needed fun. And don't forget, you can catch brand new episodes of Totally 80s and 90s Recall. When, fellas?
Every Tuesday.
A fortnight from now on Tuesday.
Is that what that means? Are you using Fortnite?
Fortnight's a week, I believe, right? Check it out.
Are you? You're
I think
pulling that.
fortnight's a
You're-
week.
I'm not going to doubt you anymore.
Just
A
wondering.
fortnight equals 14 days.
2 weeks.
See?
Okay. So it's not a fortnight.
A fortnight.
Half a fortnight, young gentlemen. Is that a period of time?
Oh, great. You were so proud of yourself. How quickly you made
Half
that.
a fortnight. Good morrow, young Rob.
Stop.
We love it.
Stop.
So,
That's all he's got. Just stop.
that's all we got.
Well, okay. What are we doing in a half?
In a half a fortnight,
A half
Rob.
fortnight. Yes.
You're-
What shall we be covering?
Yours sounds bad. So,
He tried at least.
I try. You said A for
I was
effort.
going to say.
Well,
You're
Rob-
giving A for efforts. You're giving
Rob-
trophies to everybody.
we shall climb the cliffs of Dover to conquer the favorite 90s all-time albums.
There you go.
So there you go.
Okay.
So-
I'm excited for that one.
Oh, we are.
It should be good.
We're not going to give anything away. We're going to talk about our favorite albums of the 90s. And
Yeah.
we'll fill everyone who tunes in next week. You'll get filled on how we came up with it and what the rules are. Gave Rob some rules because Rob likes rules.
I hope I read
He
them.
just wants to know how he gets outside of them.
He just wants to get some tolls so he can
And
eat
get
some,
some
rolls. That's right. So, all right.
I don't care.
What do you think about our homework for next week?
90s is good. I
Hey,
like
give
the
us.
music
You're
of
a
the
90s guy. Give us off the top of your head. Give us 2 albums from the 90s that are your favorite.
Ooh, I was going to go Tupac, All Eyes on Me.
Very good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What else should I go with?
Ooh, goodness. Put him on the spot.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Tupac's a good one.
Come on, young lad. You can do it.
Let's
Put
go
your
with-
back into it.
Channel a la.
I'm gonna get. I was into the rap at that
Yeah,
time. I'm
was
gonna
it
go
that?
Doggy Style.
I like it.
Oh,
good one.
that's a really good one.
Very good. So people like when you weigh in on the music. This is going to go far right here.
Oh,
it's
is
going to
it?
be good. Yeah. It's
It,
gonna be
it
like-
really opens me up to what is this small little child
Yeah.
of the 90s?
He
Small
was-
little white child.
he was a gangster.
of the 90s.
Hey,
Yes, listening to.
he was a West Coast gangster.
I was.
he was the Yakima.
Mama, can we live in Compton? I want to live in Compton, Mom.
Mother, I would like to go to the LBC.
To be fair, Yakima is about as close to Compton as you were going to get anyway.
And I did
that
live
off.
in the not so nice
what I mean.
area while
Yeah.
going to my high school.
You lived
There
in-
was gunshots repeatedly. So
you lived
it's
in the
fine.
equivalent of the LBC already.
That's right.
It was just the YKM or whatever you
That's
want to
right.
call it. So,
There you go.
all right. Well, we like your albums. We'll see if they come up for us next week. Anything else, young gentlemen?
No,
Nah.
I've got nothing.
Nay, a fancy goodbye, Rob.
Nay, a fancy goodbye.
Nay. Let's tuck it and go.
Tuck it and go.
Tuck it and go, young men.
I don't know if lying for you
I don't know if I do that.
is a good relationship.
right
I'm
here,
a
Rob.
very honest man. Ooh.
You know it's true.
You know,
I've apologized for Bryan Adams many times.
He's so raspy. He gets.
there it is. Many a slow dance.
There are some butt grabs right there.
Cancel the kitchen scraps for lepers and orphans. No more merciful beheadings. And call off Christmas.